All right, so 3 months after I did my O2 sensors, we pulled the code for the O2. I had a check engine light. I kind of heard the back of the car. You hear like backfiring going on when the mixture's wrong with the fuel. So I'm just gonna show you what's going on here. So we pulled off the tranny cover. And if you pull off the tranny cover, you'll be able to see we have our X pipe here. Here's the post-cat. This is where the catalytic converter would go. This is our our pre-cat and our post. The pre-cats are the ones that are enabled right now, and these are the ones that keep going out. So this is the this is how I basically replace them. Is you unscrew half of the pan or the skid cover, and you're gonna have to leverage it open a little because I don't want to take off the whole front bumper with the front lip. It's a pain in the ass. And same thing on this side. This side's a little easier because it's just direct and it goes down to right there. So it's just one clip of a harness and you just unscrew that right there. I think it's like a 22. So this side's a pain in the ass because, as you see, let me stabilize this. So you have the O2 goes here. The wire actually goes through the back. You have like this little heat shield pain in the ass. That's our issue right here. We're gonna have to unscrew it. But this little guy right here, you're gonna have to use a ratcheting. This is the best way. You're gonna need one of these that you can get in tight spaces and just undo it. I believe that's like a 8. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and there's a little clip right here. As you see, there's a little clip and it goes through the back. The reason they route it that way is so you don't burn off the, this is really hot. The temps that this sees right here is around 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to have the cable as far away as possible. So all you need to do, these come from the factory with anti-seize built in. And when you actually buy them, they have the anti-seize basically already on. So that one already broke loose. So before I unscrew this is a mistake I made. Before you unscrew the actual O2, you actually want to release it from the coupler over here. That way you're not just sitting there and you're twisting this over. Same thing when you install this all the way, tighten it, torque it all the way in, and then you're gonna install the harness last. That goes for both sides. So also while we're under here, we're gonna take a look at all the suspension components and just do a brief, visual inspection. Look at the back of the brakes. This is not stuff you're gonna see, so you can definitely spot some issues back here. And we can also look at the back of the car and everything in between. Just give a brief visual inspection. Make sure everything looks good. Kind of bang on the suspension arms, make sure nothing's coming loose, and just check everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, and I'll show you guys what they look like after they're out, and we'll put the new ones in and get rid of our check engine, and that'll let us run perfectly smooth. Again, if you're supercharged and your O2 does fail and you're showing misfires, don't drive the car, because if you go over a certain amount of RPM with the wrong air to fuel ratio, you'll lean out and blow the motor. So I've had the car parked for actually about 3 days. I ordered them on Amazon, and that's it. Super easy installation. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. The hardest part will be removing this little piece, but I've already done it before, so it shouldn't be that bad. Ones right now. And here's what the new ones look like. That's anti-seize right there. They come like that from the factory. So when you get these, yeah, they do look a little used. Well, that's because they had to test them. And to test them, you need the exhaust gas. So this is what they look like. Upon looking at both of them that were in the car, we have I'm not seeing any issues with the actual cables. No burns or anything. And the actual heads of the O2 are fine. This one does look a little more burnt, but you turn that over and it's the same thing. So yeah, both out, about 30 minutes in. Got the second one here. It's gonna be the driver's side. And I'm gonna put this one in now, and then we're gonna start up the car, reset the codes, and we should be good to go until they blow out again. All right, so this side's done. There's the new one. And there's gonna be where it's installed. So it's wrapped up fine. Now we're gonna go on the other side. Here's the other one. There's the harness you clip into. And that's the headers right up there. So you're gonna mount it directly onto that little fork mount right there. This end actually slides right into the fork. If you see the grooves right there, it just goes right in. On this side's actually easy, and then right there, that little clip, that's for the cable. So that you're gonna clip in the cable there so it doesn't get close to here, because if it does, then you're gonna melt. All right, so the car's off the jack. Right now we're gonna go ahead and start it up. Explain what we're gonna look at. So we have our Aaron gauge, which is already on our AF ratio. And both of our ratios are the same right now. So that shows we're both responding. So what was happening was bank 2 was all the way at 3 delta, and it wasn't responsive. So now they're both responsive. Our check engine is still there. I'm gonna go ahead and put my Carly right here. Just gonna go ahead and plug it in. And I'm gonna reset the codes really quick, and that should be it. We're good to go. So I already know the issue's fixed by just looking at the live data. I don't really need to worry about the check engine anymore. We're gonna run the codes again, and that's it, we're done, so we're fixed. Alright, so as you saw on those screenshots, that was basically me connecting to Carly. Still connected down here. Our Aaron is in service mode, so we can bypass and get into the, so we can bypass and get into the actual ECU. And our check engine's off. Go back and cycle back through. Boom, perfect. So there you go, that's it.
AM manual.
O2 is done.